Here. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Kurt Jordan. I am the founder of Kong Academy. I am hanging out in a tree. So the reason why I came over here was because I wanted to talk to parents about risk. So a lot of times parents have this avoidance of risk because what we really want is to be able to keep our kids safe, which makes total sense. That's our job. We have to keep them alive. But the thing is that when is risk manageable and healthy versus too much? And how much faith can we put into our kids in order for them to make responsible decisions? So a good question to ask yourself is, have you taught them a way that they can make responsible decisions in their risk play? And if you haven't, or you don't know how, that's where we come in. That's what I want to teach you, is methods that you can use to help teach your kids how to engage in risky play, but also at a level that you feel comfortable with, that also promotes their health and well-being, because kids need risk. Now, it's something that they need because it's going to help them develop how to make responsible decisions, which we all want our kids to do. It's going to actually give them education about what they can and cannot do, versus believing that what you're afraid of is their limitation, which is far from true. And also, what are the kids wanting to do, and what do you feel like you're not comfortable with? And then what kind of negotiation can you engage in with them that would allow them to develop? So what I like to do is I like to teach a couple of parents a couple of things. One of the things that I like to teach parents is asking the kid, did you notice? Now, if you say, did you notice that there's a branch right above your head? Did you notice that there's a sprinkler sticking out of the ground right here? Did you notice? Because then what we're really teaching them is a mindfulness trait. We're teaching them to be mindful while they're engaging in their risk play, so then they would make a responsible decision. Because the trick is that kids want to survive. They have brains. They don't want to die, just like every other human being on earth. And we need to give them a certain amount of faith that they don't want to get hurt, and that they're going to actually make the best decisions that they can, but they're probably limited in some of the information and some of the cognitive processes that they need, so we can guide them to develop a system of things, a way of thinking, so then that way we can feel more comfortable when they are engaging in risk play, because they have experience in a process. So asking them, did you notice, is a great way for you to teach your kid mindfulness, but it's also going to be a good way for them to become more mindful while they're playing. And then a second thing is just count to 10. Just don't say something, count to 10. Because let's say there's something that really scares you and you're like, oh God, and you get that heart gut moment as a parent when you're like, oh crap, they're gonna get hurt, they're gonna get hurt. Instead of voicing up right away, count to 10. Just count to 10, see what happens. See if they're gonna be okay. And I'm willing to bet that 9 times out of 10, you're probably gonna surprise you, because often we set their limits based on our fears. But what's better is if we enter into a negotiation before we say something, maybe we just give them a few moments as to independence to see if they're actually capable, because then that also teaches you something about their capacity. So just a couple of things that I wanted to teach you about was just ask if they noticed, and then also count to 10. Very simple things you can do to help your kid engage in risk play. Go out and enjoy the beautiful weather before it gets too rainy. Still go outside when it's raining, but when it's dry, we get to play a little bit harder. So go out, play, enjoy the season. We'll see you soon.